fastest way to have a spiritual awakening. You watch a non-dual video and then you listen and they say, well, nothing exists, there's nobody to awaken. And you say, I got it. No, I don't got it. There's nobody to get it. That's all, right? See, some try to do that. That's like a phase. I think I skipped that phase, but it's a phase where it's a subtle form of spiritual bypassing when the intellectual mind is masquerading as the localized consciousness that is in this evolutionary journey to awaken. Can't deny that. And I've said before, and I'll keep reminding, that the awakening continues and continues and continues and continues. There's no, even the Babaji, right, the great, he can still get a little more refined, a little more merged with the source. So, what's the best spiritual practice, though? Right? There's spiritual practices and so many meditations and religions and different techniques and things you can do. Like, what's the best one? Well, you see, that's why God's show is so diverse. There's so many different characters and temperaments and karma that one's dealing with and levels of consciousness. All that is going to determine what spiritual practice is best for you if you can read the language or the vibration of life force. That's going to tell you what to do. And then you got to stay flexible, though. This is an important spiritual principle that I don't hear talked about too much. You stay flexible. Everything's subject to change. Any plane of existence, of life, of evolution, it's going to change. So maybe you start out, prayer feels very, it feels good. Something, when you pray, you're doing it with your heart, which you're not even choosing to. It's just, this is, remember the show runs itself? But when you pray, you feel something surrenders. And it's like, you feel like you're not there. When we're not there as the human construct, character, there's a sense of spaciousness and peace and serenity. This is our deeper, higher self. So you might feel like, oh yeah, prayer, I'm gonna do prayer. But then later, maybe you might get more Advaita. Those tendencies might come to where you want to start looking like, wait a minute, like, not that you quit prayer, but you're looking like what, and it happens automatically, like who's praying to who? Okay, I'm praying. Wait, like I'm praying? Who's I'm praying? Don't just start saying, well, there's nobody actually to pray, and there, no, just see like what's actually praying. Pretend like you never seen any spiritual videos or read any books. So what's I don't know, like there's like this hologram of this human bot that's praying, but it seems like the right thing to do. Like it's somehow the life force is cooperating with that and it likes to pray. And so now the life force seems to be moving a little differently and it's starting to question who's actually praying. So, all right, yeah, I don't know what's praying, but I'm going to continue because it's fun, and I'm going to continue to be aware and have that question when it's appropriate, when it comes organically, like who's praying. So I'm praying, but also it's like something's not praying though too, but I'm still praying. See, this is the paradox. You can't figure this thing out. Who's going to figure this out? Even if something has an idea what's going on, so-called figured it out, how are you going to articulate it? Because any deep realization you have, if you're in this human form, it's got to go through the medium of the mind so that then it can articulate it. So it has to step down super high levels of realization. It steps it down, like way down, and then the mind tries to articulate it via the brain. So it's always a bad translation. That's the point. And the highest level, though, devotion or prayer, bhakti, it's underpinned with, you can say, Advaita, or self-inquiry, or non-duality. The two go together. They're like opposite sides of the same coin. One's more has to do with our faculty of knowledge and wisdom, the Advaita, and then the other side of the coin, it's heart. You got both. They say the definition of intuition is perfect balance of reasoning and emotion, knowledge and heart, or surrender, or devotion. When those two meet, you got yourself a balanced person. A lot of the non-dual and Advaita people, it's just way too dry. It's just so mental, man. It's like, geez, you don't feel any love. You don't feel any warmth or sweetness. It's just like nothing exists, and that's just what it is, and whatever. And also, if someone's too emotional, they just kind of come across as too melodramatic and sentimental, and like, my God, everything's just so beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. It's like, it's too much. It's like, sober, balance. So this is the game of life. We never reach the perfect balance. We're always, there's a constant fine tuning. That happens automatically. You don't have to figure it out, but something you can feel like, okay, I'm a little too much on the aggressive side. Oh no, now I'm too much on the passive side. Okay, see? So you're kind of doing this thing for a while, and keep doing it. And it's at some point you realize, yeah, this is the Dungeons and Dragons game, or 3D virtual reality game that I'm playing. There's always another level. There's no end. It reminds me, though, I think it was Ram Krishna. Yeah. He super devotional bhakti by nature. His deity was Kali, and he had such strong, due to previous lives, relationship with her in the heart. This is all he would do. He'd just keep thinking about her, and then sometimes something would release, and then he'd go into some ecstasy and just start dancing. And at least, I mean, I wasn't there, but something feels like it wasn't a demonstration, though. Like, hey guys, check this. It wasn't like that. It was just, you can't contain yourself sometimes. When it's temporary, though. If he stayed like that, like for too long, he'd just burn out. He'd just die. You'd have a heart attack or brain aneurysm. I'm going to get to what I'm saying, but sometimes the mind projects these silly images and thinks, well, I need to be like that, and then I'm awake. You may or may not have such experience. Maybe the way that your realization is expressing is just more sober, and maybe you have that sometimes, to where you can't. All you can do, you can either start dancing or you'll just moan. It's the ultimate orgasm, actually. That's what an orgasm is. See, we're conditioned to think like an orgasm is when we're having sex and the energy goes down and out. That's a very superficial, low-level definition of orgasm. Orgasm's when the life force is flowing. It's flowing. It doesn't go out. It goes in and up and down and everywhere. This is orgasm. Okay, so Ram Krishna was a true bhakti at heart, but a little imbalanced for purposes of the game. So I don't remember. Sometimes people get on me about the names. They correct me. They're like, no, it was him. Okay, cool, man. Like, yeah, I'm not having a contest here. I don't remember anybody's name. I don't remember faces either, unless we have a connection. Otherwise, like, I don't know. I don't store stuff really like that. So I think it was Shankara, I think. It doesn't matter the names, it matters the situation. So somehow they met, Destiny hooked them up. Go see The Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon. They showed, that movie depicts how things happen, how you hook up. There's entities behind the scenes, like running stuff. Like, oh no, he needs to go that way. Oh, good, okay, he's going that way. So he met Shankara because, yeah, I said why, destiny. And then Shankara was acting as a kind of a mentor to Ramakrishna to help balance. It's always about balance. What can I work on a little bit to get more balance? That should be joyous to do, though. If you take yourself personally, you won't like that. Oh no, I'm still defected. So you have to overcome that. You're always going to be defected on some level. The human construct self. So he met Shankara, and Shankara was trying to tell him, like, look, man, you're just way too emotional. I'm paraphrasing. Like, where's your manhood? Like, you gotta be, like, aren't you in touch with your masculinity? And oh, but I just love Kali so much. Yeah, but you're like talking like a woman, like, And then for some reason, destiny had it, worked through Shankara, and he cut Ramakrishna right there in the third eye. Third eye's wisdom, Anja chakra. His heart chakra was it was too much. It was just all in the heart chakra. It wasn't flowing. Shankara cut him. And then it was said that the energy in the subtle body was able to flow better, and he became more balanced, and his faculty of wisdom awoke. So he was on higher level, even though he's already high level. You see, you keep going. There's no end. You keep getting higher. I tease my Indian friends sometimes. I'm like, you gotta get higher, man. He says, I got higher. I said, you need to get even more higher than that, right? We just play like that. It's fun. And I remember Ramakrishna, he was sick. He had, he had something. And they would take him to the doctors and everything, and they couldn't fix him. And then somebody asked him, said, why don't you just heal yourself? You're aware of your life force. He says, I don't want to take my mind off Kali, my attention off Kali for even 1 second. Man, I don't care about this body. It's high level, man. So, there you go. What's the fast track to awakening? Yeah, whatever right now the life force is guiding you to do and to look at, this is the fastest track. And then if it changes tomorrow, that's the fastest track. You have to be open like that. The mind wants to get something tangible, like this is the way. You notice that? The mind wants to think it knows something. But life is going to keep catching that out, and it will show you that what seems to be working now is not going to work all the time. There's no technique or anything that's absolute that you can rely on all the time. You have to rely on your intuition. And if you stay flexible and read the language of the life force and how it's moving you, there you go. That's the best thing to do, the fastest thing to do. Don't put a time limit on when this so-called awakening is going to happen. I think somebody who's really awake, they have no idea that they're even awake. Maybe that's another video. All right, have a good day.